Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Twisters. We're going to talk about it because the director said that he's not even going to mention climate change in the movie because he doesn't think movies should preach a message.
What?
What?
Someone's talking and speaking rationally? What?
Yeah, so this is crazy because
now I want to go see it. I kind of wanted to see it before, but now I really want to go see it.
It's like now there are two. It's Twisters. Don't they like merge together and form like Mega Twister or something?
I went to see the first one in the theaters. That tells you how old I am. I very much I was like, I can see where they're going with, and it's basically the same movie as the first one, except now everybody's working together. It's like the two groups aren't against each other; they're working together. It looks kind of interesting. I actually want to see it. I want to see it more just because I'm like, the director's out there saying it shouldn't preach a message.
Yeah.
So now I'm kind of like, whoa, you're going to put entertainment over preaching? I kind of want to see it now because I want to support things that do things I want to see more of.
Well, this kind of goes along with I did the video yesterday talking about Hollywood and how they're going to have to pivot. And it sounds like a lot of productions going forward are going to drop overt political messaging because they know it's bad for business. Mm-hmm. So like people just want to go see Twisters twist shit up and flying cows and all of that.
Ironically, her jeans are like 90s jeans. I'm just pointing that out.
I think that's what they're going for.
I think so too.
Is Helen Hunt in this movie?
I have no idea.
Oh, she should be.
I know they put Bill Paxton's son in it.
Oh, that's cool.
I thought so too.
R.I.P. Bill Paxton. So let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
It's come from The Hollywood Reporter. Twisters director on not mentioning climate change. Movies shouldn't preach a message.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Yeah, he said this is Lee Isaac Chung. He said his meteorological disaster movie doesn't reference global warming. Oh my God, that's going to be a problem, right? But they said it's got an 84% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, that's critical, not audience, but you know.
Critical, we'll see. I'm waiting.
I've been hearing people are excited to see it. So.
I am waiting for people to start freaking out and being like, well, obviously the Twisters are because of climate change.
Except they've been having, tornadoes for years.
Yeah. They said the film chronicles an unprecedented outbreak of violent storms that tear through the American heartland and has characters spouting plenty of meteorological jargon. Mm-hmm. One thing, it doesn't have a reference to climate change. This is surprising. I'm surprised that you're surprised. It is surprising in current year. The possible impact of climate change on tornadoes is complicated and still being figured out.
That's true. We don't know what the impacts are on what, we don't. That's what the whole point of the movie for the first one was. They were trying to understand what makes tornadoes. And we've had lots of improvement over the years. So now they're able to give people a better sense of, warning than they used to.
So they go on to have a paragraph or two about why the author believes that climate change needed to be referenced because it could be having an effect on tornadoes.
So, it could be, but this is a movie.
Right. They said, so if you're making a 2024 movie about a tornado outbreak, the likes of which have never been seen, there's a rather convenient reason for it. Talk about climate change.
So the whole article is about this person being mad about climate change. Why am I not surprised?
Oh my God, that's funny. It's not fun. It's predictable, right? But to hear director Lee Isaac Chung tell it, even such a throwaway reference to climate change would be like beating red state moviegoers over the head with a DVD copy of An Inconvenient Truth.
Listen, who wrote this? Who wrote this, first of all?
James Hibbert.
Okay, James.
John Stewart.
James. Okay.
James.
I just want to know his name, so when I talk to him, I can use his name. So James. Maybe, you might not remember, I don't know how old you are, but once upon a time, there was this thing called going to the movies to be entertained and not have to be lectured at about every possible reason why something could happen, political, social, otherwise. And it was a great time where you could go and just have fun. And, where climate change may play into it, as you are by your own admission, we don't know. So why would including it make any difference either if we're not really sure how it played, if we're not really sure how it's been impacting the storms? How would including it make any difference either? Why is it bad if people just want to go to a movie and be entertained? And why, if you want to go to a movie and have fun and be entertained, are you automatically a red state idiot?
I know, right? The director said, I just wanted to make sure that with the movie, we don't ever feel like it's putting forward any message. He told CNN, we'll have to go out to the original here. I just don't feel like films are meant to be message oriented.
Or if you do have a message, you hide it. You be nuanced about it. You don't like hit people over the head with it, because people go to escape. They go to have fun. They want a highly messaged movie. They'll go to a highly messaged movie. Not every movie has to have a big message, James.
They said there's a scene where a farmer says the storms and floods are becoming more frequent, but she doesn't mention climate change. I think what we're doing is showing the reality of what's happening on the ground, and we don't shy away from saying that things are changing.
Right.
I wanted to make sure that we are never creating a feeling that we're preaching a message, because that's certainly not what I think cinema should be about. I think it should be a reflection of the world.
Well, James only thinks everything should have to have a message in it, like the media articles he writes.
He's legit mad about it. He's like, at least a reflection of studio caution during polarized times when looking for a summer movie.
What does mean? You're literally having a meltdown, James. I'm talking about polarizing times over a movie about tornadoes. That by your own admission, we don't know what's causing and making it worse. We could assume it's these things, but we don't know. And so you're mad because they aren't putting in a narrative, well, they are mentioning it, but they aren't calling it climate change. We just got done saying that people don't know.
Yeah, so here's the original. We'll see if there's anything else here from CNN Screen Time.
What a dumbass, James.
Yeah, as of 11:11 this morning, you won't hear about climate change and twisters, and here's why. They're spending lots of time talking about it. There's growing evidence of potential impact of planet-warming pollution.
They are ass mad that they're not saying that the director chose to not flat out say it's cause of global warming. They allude to it by your own admission, but because they don't flat out say global warming is causing everything, because you also don't know exactly what's causing everything, then that's somehow some alt-right dog whistle. Is that what's going on here? Yeah, James, is it Thomas for this one?
Who is this guy? This is another dude. Thomas Page.
Yes.
Yeah, he looks like the type. If it's cinema's MO to show not tell, then Lee has the prerogative to show us what he wants.
It's like his movie. He can do what he wants.
Like a tornado ripping through a power station, sucking up the ensuing fire and setting the sky ablaze. However, for a production populated by scientists, including citizens, to not mention climate change is a little like the Twisters themselves. There's a hole in the center. You need to talk about the issues.
You don't have to talk about the issues. It's just a big damn Twister movie. People are allowed to go have fun. And it sounds like they are alluding to it without saying it's because of this. You know what I mean?
Everybody wants the cow. Yes. Yeah, they are. I think they're addressing the weather phenomenon, but they don't. Here's the thing. You go to the movies to escape reality. You don't want to be hit over the head with it unless you're going to see something like Oppenheimer, which you know what you're getting yourself into, right?
Are these guys both white? Are these two white men telling the Asian man how to make a movie?
Probably. That would be par for the course.
Oh my gosh, James and Thomas, racist much? Where's the message there, James and Thomas?
Where's the message? That happens an awful lot, actually. I have seen an awful lot of white folks talking down to Asian folks lately, and they're sort of dismissed as not being quite worthy of any special attention. They're not diverse enough. That seems
ironically my favorite shows I watch are Asian shows. But back to this. Yeah, they're talking about in Oklahoma. You never know what's going to happen. You could have a day the sun's out, the sky was blue and clear, and then all of a sudden, wind starts blowing, and they're like, "Crap, what's happening?" It is a very scary thing, And if they're filming a location that's known for it, I mean, I'm guessing they would assume. I mean, that'd be the best way to get some footage.
Yeah, it is pretty scary. My mom used to live in Oklahoma. And with my stepdad, they were there for a while. He was working he worked in the oil and gas business. But yeah, she would talk about it, just the thunderstorms and the tornado warnings and stuff. But this is the same
here too.
Yeah. But it's the same CNN that was like, over the incident over the weekend was just like, there were strange popping noises and nobody really knows what happened. And the former president just knelt down to tie his shoe or something. He fell. We don't, I'm saying, like, CNN, like, all these outlets are obsessed with it, and they're mad. They're
But
mad.
they're not obsessed with it because it's a good movie. It looks like it's going to be a good movie. People are like they're going to like it. They're mad because of climate change.
They're going to be mad because what is going to happen? We got another video coming today talking about DEI and how Microsoft is dropping it. And we're seeing more and more of this. Studios are going to go back to making money, right? And they're going to be like, you know, whether you vote red or you vote blue or you don't vote at all, if you consider yourself a purple people eater, we don't care. We want your green money.
Right.
So you're going to make movies that are middle of the road.
Right. And that's what he's doing, is going back to form. What they always were. It's about entertainment. It's about escapism. It's not about trying to learn you on something. And they cannot stand it. And it's so funny to me because, again, like there's Thomas. Where's James? Go back to James. What color is James?
Oh, he's another white
Thomas
dude.
is definitely white. Oh, we don't know what James is. You know, James might be. It looks like a white dude. Two white dudes telling an Asian dude how to make a movie. How progressive of you. Because you're all salty and mad because he refuses to mention climate change. He alludes to it, but doesn't mention it specifically. So you're literally writing ass-mad articles in lockstep, mind you, because he said he was focused on audiences and a good movie and not about putting an agenda.
It's all,
and y'all pissed.
It's all politics. Like 95% of what he writes about, it's politics,
right. And
politics,
again,
politics.
Because they're we're so progressive, except we're just, tell the Asian man how to do a movie.
Politics.
Whatever.
I hate Joe
I'm actually
Rogan.
more interested in seeing it if I know they're not going to shove agenda into it. Even though I know, a lot of people have their all-out arguments about climate change. There have been issues with the weather lately that led people to think that might be leading into that. And they sounds like they are alluding to it. They aren't flat out calling it that because they're trying to avoid debate. They're just trying to send people in for a good movie about tornadoes. It's not because they're red state morons.
Well, speaking of politics, just I'm not gonna broadcast what this story is, but if you're looking at the screen, you can see it. And I can't imagine why anybody would get the idea they had over the weekend when you got people in Hollywood saying stuff.
That's an actress. Anyway, we gotta wrap this up.
We're gonna wrap.
I might go watch this. Go watch Twisters now. I mean, I was already kind of wanting to. I'm just gonna go watch it just to piss these people off.
Do you want me to take you to go see Twisters?
Yes, I do actually.
Okay, let's go see Twisters. We'll go see Twisters, and we'll tell you what we thought. And we'll be like, there wasn't enough messaging about climate change.
I know, right?
All right.
Anyway, gonna wrap this up.
Yep. Please subscribe. We'll talk later.
Goodbye.